Alright, how do you turn Roach into a white unicorn?
Come on, Roach.
I talked about it briefly in my Details Missed video about Blood and Wine, but I thought I should highlight it in a separate one since many people in the comments seemed interested and didn't know about it. Now there may be mods that do the same thing, but it turns out there is a natural way to do it as well, which I must admit is likely a bug, but nevertheless it does work. So in order to achieve it, you have to start a new game plus from a save where Geralt is in the middle of the Land of Thousand Fables. That of course happens if you choose to seek Syanna instead of the Unseen Elder in Blood and Wine. I'm not sure if you first have to reach the point where you discover the unicorn mounts, but just to be safe, make sure you do.
Exciting, isn't it? Reminds me of my childhood.
Reminds me of something altogether different.
Care to elaborate?
Rather not.
Then save the game and simply start a new game plus from that save, and you get a unicorn Roach.
What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Now here's what I've noticed so far. First off, during the few pre-rendered cutscenes, Geralt will obviously have the standard horse, but in all the regular ones where Roach appears, you will always see the unicorn. However, some cutscenes will cause it to glitch and appear with all the standard horse gear, the saddle and the blinders and all. And not just that, but his mane and tail hairs will also be half white, half brown-ish. Looks a little weird, I suppose, but cool at the same time. Now it's a little challenging if you want to keep Roach looking like this, since you must not lose sight of him. Because as far as I can tell, as soon as you move out of rendering distance from the horse, it will revert back to the standard unicorn model without all the gear. And alternatively, if you don't like the geared look, just reset it by moving away or fast traveling as soon as it happens. Now let me show you a brief comparison of how the unicorn mane looks with and without hairworks. Personally, I'm not entirely sure which one I like best. The actual mane does look better with hairworks in my opinion, but sometimes it's just a little too shiny and contrasts too much with the rest of the unicorn and makes it look somewhat unnatural. Well, I guess unicorns are unnatural to begin with, but you know what I mean. Meanwhile, the non-hairworks mane looks more simplistic but also more natural in a way. And the final question I asked myself was, how long do I get to keep the unicorn? Well, honestly, I'm not sure. I can tell you that you definitely keep it when you transition out of White Orchard and then into Velen. I fast traveled around the place, called him multiple times, even progressed a little with the Bloody Baron story, and every time I called Roach, the unicorn appeared. So it seems like you get to keep it forever. However, I think one person in the comments of the previous video said that he lost his unicorn somewhere in Skellige, so I guess that's a possibility. Also, I haven't tested that, but I find it very likely that if you take Ciri to Emir and accept the black horse as a reward, it may override the unicorn skin.
In that case, a stallion, a thoroughbred Nilfgaardian, awaits you in the stables.
I suppose this may not happen if you already had the black horse to begin with, when you got to the Land of the Thousand Fables, but I don't know, so you should probably just take the money.
10? 20? 30?
Alright, I think that's all I had for today. Share your thoughts about this unicorn and all the things I mentioned about it, and if you know of any more details about this curious mount, don't hesitate to let us know.
That is all of it. Initial here, please.
Finally, I wish to thank you for watching, for your support, and for all the great comments you wrote on my previous video. I absolutely loved going through them. And as usual, until the next one, which could be about the announcement for the upcoming Witcher game, in the far future, stay tuned and be good.